Hello again. In my previous video we saw how to create a EC2 instance, and it's time to create a load balancer. Uh, you know, in all load balancer, it is my load balancer. We know all load balancer have incoming traffic, and this incoming traffic will load balance through some resources. Here we want to load balance incoming traffic to the availability zone. So it's required to have availability zone, but we created only one availability zone. So it's required to go to our VPC, and before creating load balancer, add other availability zone. As I said here, we have some subnet here. I created public subnet 1, and I'm going to create another subnet as a load balancer destination. So here I have a load balancer incoming traffic. Let me show you. Here I will have a load balancer, and incoming traffic will redirect through these subnets, public subnet 1 and public subnet 2. In the VPC setting, I will create my public subnet 2 here in subnet. I have only a public and private subnet. I will create another subnet which is public subnet 2 in the, as I said, this is a USB in another availability zone with this IP range. So I have another subnet which will be my load balancer. I will use it as a load balancer destination, and I have a EC2 instance. So let's go and create our load balancer. Here in VPC panel, at the I'm at EC2 panel. In load balancing, in the load balancing section, I can create, as you can see here, I don't have any load balancer here. I will create a load balancer. We have 3 types of load balancer: application load balancer, which is a layer 7 load balancer; network load balancer will act in for TCP, UDP, and TLS; and gateway load balancer, you can use it, and you can use it for third-party virtual appliance. In this scenario, I will use application load balancer. Press create, and here I should choose a name for it. My name is Appleby. Here I have 2 types of load balancer: internet face load balancer and internal. Internet face incoming traffic from internet. In this scenario, we need internet, because internet side load balancer, because incoming traffic come from internet. But if we have, let me show you Imagine we have some other EC2 instance. For example, they are my backend services. I will use another load balancer for internet side. All incoming traffic from the internal will load balance to these services. But in this scenario, I will use internet side. Here I will choose my VPC and mapping to these zone. I will use public subnets because my EC2 instance is running in the public subnet, and this is the public subnet too. Okay, we have a error here. It said these public subnet does not have internet gateway. So let's go to the VPC setting and assign this subnet to the routing table, because we only created this subnet. We created public subnet 2, but we didn't assign it to any routing table. It's required to add route subnet association and associate this subnet to our routing table. And if I select this, if I refresh the console, here I will use public subnet also. But as you can see, those warning has gone, and here in the security group. In the security group, it's required to create a security group for this load balancer and allow HTTP incoming request access from anywhere. I will deselect it and I have it here. I will choose it, but if you can create it here. As you can see here, I've created it. VPC and add role. Here you can choose all incoming traffic from all HTTP from anywhere. Allow create policy, but I have it and I chose it in the. It's time to create a listener and routing. We choose our security group. Here I will create listener and routing. I will create new listener. It is our target group would be EC2 instance, target group name, and for health check. in health check, advanced setting, I will use 2 for health check threshold. Unhealthy threshold would be 5, timeout would be 30, and interval 40. 2 for 30, and each 40 seconds it will send a health check. After 2 unsuccessful, it won't be healthy. Here it will check every 40 seconds the service health check, and after 2 unsuccessful health check, it will become unavailable to our service. It's time to register a target. Okay, as you can see here, my instance is available, include as pending, and create target group. After creating the target group, if I refresh it, you can see it is available, and it's time to create my load balancer. Okay, my load balancer is active, and okay, my EC2 instance has problem. I've deleted it and created it again, and so I will let me do all configuration quickly and test it again. Test the load balancer again. As you can see, I've done all configuration again, and I'm waiting for application load balancer to become active. And in target group, you can see it is initializing the instance. So now it is active, and if I refresh, you can see here it is running, and I have access to my instance through the load balancer.